I don't know if it's just me, but this current trend of rappers dropping songs but they're not putting it on streaming services just needs to stop. Ever since 2024 kicked off, it just seems like some of the most major rappers in the entire genre want to piss off and annoy their fans by not dropping music on streaming services and have them struggle to find it. I feel like one of the people that we actually could put the blame on for this and starting this trend is Playboi Carti, because he did essentially drop his brand new album I Am Music, but it's just not on streaming services. And Carti dropped about 8 brand new songs this year on Instagram and YouTube, which just makes no sense, because if he dropped it on streaming services, he could have just packaged it into a mini album. And this weird phenomenon unfortunately affected the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, because there were so many good diss tracks that came out at that time that we can't even go back to and listen to properly. Songs like Taylor Made, 616 in LA, Buried Alive, The Hard Part 6, you can't even go back to that if you wanted to without having to go through some weird loophole, because they just didn't want to drop it. Don't even get me started on this right here. Drake early this summer was trying to do something very weird by making an alternative Instagram account, and he was dropping songs on his Instagram, testing them to see if people liked them, and then from there he would drop it on streaming services. But if the song didn't do good on streaming, he would just take it down and leave it on Instagram. This shit just made no sense. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if Kendrick Lamar ends up dropping his next album on Instagram and not streaming, because if you guys don't remember, his brand new song Watch the Party Die was dropped last month, wasn't even officially out. It was on Instagram, and I feel like that's a major part as to why this song didn't really get anybody talking about it, and it kind of fell off because there was no proper way to listen to it. One of the best songs that came out this year, that like that remix by Kanye, didn't even officially drop on streaming services. Like, what are we doing at this point? Just yesterday, J. Cole dropped undeniably the most important song of his entire career, explaining as to why he didn't even get involved in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and he dropped it on Instagram. You guys get my entire situation. Why do you guys think that these artists are all of a sudden dropping on streaming services? Do you guys think this is just a new trend? Do you guys think that people are just not going on Spotify and Apple Music anymore? Let me know what y'all think.